Hello everyone, welcome to Answer Kari. So let's start dealing with the questions of UPSC. So this question says, consider the following statements, and the first statement says the sum of 5 consecutive integers can be 100, and the second statement says the product of 3 consecutive natural numbers can be equal to their sum. So they're asking that which one of these statements, or perhaps even both or neither, so which of these statements is or are correct. That is what they're asking. So to know whether they are correct or not, we can just try putting in variables and forming equations and trying to solve them so as to check whether we are getting any values or not. Now for example, here in this first segment they say the sum of 5 consecutive integers. So consecutive basically means one after other. That is 2, 3 and 4 are consecutive numbers, whereas 2, 3 and 7 are not, because then there is a gap here in between. So consecutive means one after the other. So whenever we want to find out, so whenever we want to create such numbers which are consecutive, what we do is either one way is to write x, like suppose x is a number, x is a starting number, then the next number becomes x plus 1, then the next number becomes x plus 2. One way is this, like this is one approach. For example, here if x is 2, then after adding 1 we'll get 3, so this number becomes 3, this number becomes 4 and so on till the number of numbers that we need. For example, here we took 3 numbers, right? 1, 2 and 3. So in such a way, one way is doing this by this way. The another way of writing the same consecutive numbers is we can write, for example, here they're asking sum of 5. So sum we'll focus upon later. पहले हम 5 जो consecutive integers है पहले हम उनको लिखते हैं. For example, if I consider कि जो center most है यानी कि जो third consecutive integer है वो x है, तो the prior one will be x minus 1 and उससे पहले वाला क्या होएगा x minus 2. This is the first integer, this is the second and this is the third जो हमने x माना है. So we assume the number to be variable because obviously हमें value नहीं पता कि वो number क्या है and check करने के लिए ही हम variable put कर रहे हैं. Then the fourth number becomes x plus 1 and the fifth number becomes x plus 2. So these are the 5 consecutive integers that we have for now. Then they are saying कि इनका sum, the sum of these 5 consecutive, so we'll add these and then they say is equal to, can be 100, right? So वो equal to हो जाएगा 100 के. So this is the equation that we have formed here, and the reason why we take this approach and not this approach is because फिर हमें ना ये 1 और 2 इन सबको cancel करना बहुत easy हो जाता है. For example, here we'll have to add. यहाँ पर अगर हम add करेंगे so it will be 5x plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 which will be equal to 10. तो यहाँ पर ये ऐसा बनकर आएगा. Then अगर हम इसको equate करेंगे इससे again we'll have to subtract 10. यहाँ पे what the case becomes is in this kind of equation, it is very simple, like this cancels out, right? Whenever we add minus 1 plus 1 will become 0. So we do not need to focus upon the numbers, we'll just focus upon the variable x. So here 5x will be equal to 100 and after this we'll have here 20, that is x is equal to 20. And here the number that we receive is the centermost number for perhaps जो भी हमने x माना. It is not necessary कि वो center वाला ही हो because here they have given us the odd number 5. ये 6 consecutive integer का भी पूछ सकते थे. So that just varies, and here the x that we receive is this third number, but here x is the first number, the smallest number, so it depends from equation to equation. तो अब focusing on the question, first statement कहता है sum of 5 consecutive integers can be equal to 100. Now obviously 100 हो सकता है because we are receiving an integer that is 20. उससे पहले वाला 19, then this number becomes 18, this is 21, this is 22. So it is pretty obvious कि जो first statement है this is correct. Then the second statement says the product of 3 consecutive natural numbers can be equal to their sum. तो again consecutive natural numbers की जब हम बात करते हैं it becomes, here we are talking about 3 consecutive natural numbers. So we can take the 3 as x minus 1, x and then x plus 1. See, x is just our choice. We can take any other variable instead of x as well. For example, we can take nm or any such letter. So product of three consecutive natural numbers. Now these are three consecutive natural numbers, and also notice the difference. Here they are talking about integers and here they are talking about natural numbers. तो यानी कि यहाँ पे अगर x की जो वैल्यू है वो नेगेटिव भी आती ना तो भी हमें प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती टिल द टाइम वो मतलब डेसिमल वगैरह में नहीं आ रही है बिकॉज वो इंटीजर्स की बात कर रहे हैं. बट यहाँ पर जो x की वैल्यू आनी चाहिए या फिर जो भी हम वेरिएबल ले रहे हैं दैट शुड बी ए नेचुरल नंबर और नेगेटिव नहीं होना चाहिए. So now here in this case, the product of three consecutive natural numbers can be equal to the sum. So we need the product of these three consecutive natural numbers. जो हमने assume करा है कि यहाँ पे x जो है वो natural number है. Can be equal to their sum. Now if we add these, we'll get x minus 1 plus x plus 1. So again, this is the equation for the second statement. Now here if we multiply these, see first we'll multiply these. So it will be x square minus x. हम bracket दोबारा लगा देंगे, then we'll have this. After adding these, we'll get 3x directly. क्योंकि minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. Then after multiplying these, first we'll multiply x square by both of these. For example, it will be x cube plus x square into 1 is x square. Then we'll take the second term of this first bracket. Then it will be minus x square minus x, which will be equal to 3x. So this is the case. So this will cancel out. For example, plus x square minus x square is equal to 0. And then the final thing that we'll receive is x cube will be equal to, now 3x plus x will be equal to 4x. So if we get this to one side, for example, it will be x square, x cube minus 4x will be equal to 0. इसमें से हम x कॉमन ले लेते हैं तो हमारे पास रह जाएगा x स्क्वायर माइनस 4 इज इक्वल टू 0. अब x अगर हम यहाँ डिवाइड कर देते हैं सो 0 अपॉन एनीथिंग इज इक्वल टू 0. तो यहाँ पे x स्क्वायर माइनस 4 will be equal to 0. अब we remember this property के a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So here we'll have x plus 4 multiply plus 2, sorry, because here obviously it will be x square minus 2 square. Only then will it be equal to 4, right? So it will be x plus 2 and then x minus 2 which will be equal to 0. अब अगर हम इस पूरे ब्रैकेट को नीचे ले आते हैं तो विल बी लेफ्ट विद x प्लस 2 इक्वल्स टू 0. तो x की वैल्यू माइनस 2 हो जाएगी. लेकिन अगर हम इस ब्रैकेट को ध्यान ले आते हैं तो x की वैल्यू प्लस 2 हो जाएगी. Which means x can have two values. See, x can have two values. x माइनस 2 भी हो सकता है और प्लस 2 भी हो सकता है. माइनस 2 पे फोकस नहीं करना हमें बिकॉज दे आर आस्किंग कंसेक्यूटिव नेचुरल नंबर्स. तो वो नेचुरल नंबर्स नहीं होंगे, राइट? तो यहाँ पे we'll just have the value of x as plus 2. तो यानी कि ऐसा हो सकता है, it is possible. हम बस ये चेक कर रहे हैं. यानी कि statement 2 is also possible. That is the product of three consecutive natural numbers. अब यहाँ पे natural numbers क्या क्या हो गए three consecutive हमारे पास? It will be 1, 2 and 3 because 2 जो है वो middle most था, right? The second number can be equal to their sum. और वैसे अगर हम नेगेटिव से ट्राई करें तो भी इट इज पॉसिबल बट यहाँ पे नेचुरल नंबर फोकस कर रहे हैं तो नेचुरल पे ही हम स्टिक करेंगे. सो द आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन विल बी बोथ 1 and 2 statements are correct. Now the present question says integers are listed from 700 to 1000. In how many integers is the sum of the digits 10? So basically here the question is saying कि अगर हम numbers लिखते हैं 700 से 1000 तक, there are how many such numbers or perhaps integers जिनके के digits का sum will be equal to 10. So here if we write like from 700, so 100 numbers will be such जो कि 7 से start हो रहे हैं. Then we'll have the numbers for 800 and then we'll have for 900. And then we'll get it till 1000, like from 900 till 1000. So these are basically 300 numbers approx. So in case of 700 यानी 7 से जो number start हो रहे हैं, for that case see we know that 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. Now the sum 3 can be formed by either 0 and 3 अगर हम digits की बात करें, or it can be formed by the digits 1 and 2. तो ये दो तरीके हैं. And even in these two, either it can be 703 or it can be 730. Or it can be 712 or it can be 721. This can be the case because the order also matters, right? They're asking about how many integers. तो हम सबको count करेंगे. So basically for the case of 700 we have 703. Now इनके digits का sum कितना है? It will be equal to 10. Then we'll have 730. Then we'll have 712 and 721. So there are 4 such numbers for case of 700 अगर हम देखें. Then we'll come to 800. In case of 800, we know that 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. Now 2 can be formed either like 0 plus 2, right? Or it can be 1 and 1. ये दो तरीके हैं हमारे पास. So 0 2 or it will be 20. And then in case of 1 and 1, the reverse order, it does not count. The reason being 811 will be the same as 811. तो ये सेम डिजिट्स है इसलिए इनका रिवर्स ऑर्डर करना काउंट नहीं करना. तो फॉर द केस ऑफ 8 we'll have 802 is one such number, 820 is one such number, then we'll have 811. तो 3 numbers हमारे पास ये हो गए. Then for the case of 900, obviously for the case of 900 we'll have just 1, यानी कि 9 plus 1 10 होता है, right? So 9 we already have, बाकी के दो digits में is just 1 that we can have. So either it can be 0 1 or it can be 1 0. So there will be two such numbers. So in case of 900 we'll just quickly write here. It will be 910 or 901. So two such numbers. Now if we count these, we get 9, right? So we'll have 9 such total numbers from 700 till 1000, जिनका की जो sum है that will be equal to 10. जिनके digits का sum होएगा. So this is the approach that we take. So we need to consider all the options, that is options of digits, like the various digits. एक तो इस चीज पे focus करना है and second is the order, because here even the order matters, right? कि कौन सा digit पहले आ रहा है कौन सा बाद में आ रहा है. So the next question says when a certain number is multiplied by 7, so there is a number, and when we multiply, suppose this number is x, and when we multiply this number by 7, the product entirely comprises of ones only. यानी कि या तो product होएगा 1 1 1 या product होएगा 1 1 1 1. तो वो इस form में होएगा. That is what they mean. What is the smallest such number? तो वो smallest number की बात कर रहे हैं. Now see, here what happens is the only easiest way to do this question is कि हम option से ही करें. For example, we take the smallest number first, like 15713 से अगर हम multiply करके देखें 7 को, so first we'll have 21. अब बस हमें digit पे focus करना है. जैसे ही एक बार digit change होता है, obviously we'll start from ones place, right? जैसे digit 1 के अलावा कुछ और आता है, so we'll just skip this option. So 7 3, so it will be 21, 2 carry, then 7 ones are 7, and then plus 2, so it will be 9. लेकिन हमने तो बोले कि हमें सिर्फ 1 चाहिए, which means that this option is wrong. So first option तो गया. Then second we guess, and now also we need to focus upon the fact कि जो number है ना ये एक ही digit है. अगर यहाँ पे 17 होता तब वैसी situation डालते, then it would have been a different case, because यहाँ पे तो हमें सिर्फ एक ही digit से multiply करना है ना, बाद में तो फिर add भी होता है when after we multiply. So this also we need to focus upon. Then focusing on the second option, it will be again 21, then 2 carry, then it will be 7 2s are 14, 15 and 16. So it will be 6 here. Again this will be wrong. So this option is also not correct. Then for the case of this 7 8 3, we'll have 1 2 carry, then 7 8s are 56, and then we'll have 57. So this option is also wrong. So the only left option here is this, which is correct option. So here we can directly see 21, and then we'll have 49 plus 2. So plus 2 will be equal to 51. So again we'll have 1. And अगर पूरा check करेंगे तो it will comprise of 1 1 1 only, right? Like जितने भी होंगे तो वो सारे ones होंगे. So this is the correct option for this particular question. Thank you.